Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of the G's and Johnny Show. For the first time ever on camera, you guys are going to get to see Jesus' face. So, if we could get a drum roll in the comments section. Meet G's. Never seen the camera before.
Hey everybody, hope you're staying safe during quarantine.
Leave in the comments how handsome you think he is.
I didn't really want to do this because I'm sheepish.
Yeah, don't hunt him down based off of his face.
Please, the paparazzi, stay off my property.
So today we were thinking about doing a sequel to Duckman, but we were
Our most popular video.
yeah, my personal favorite, and we were scouring the internet for monsters such as he, and we found
parody.
yeah, and we found something much sweeter, a video by Tats Top Videos called Top 22 Scariest SCPs, where apparently he goes over the top 22 scariest fictional or non-fictional monsters.
So prepare yourself, because these ones are scary. These are the top 22 scariest monsters ever.
I was shaking in my boots just looking at the thumbnail. With no further ado, do you want to go on the number 22?
What's number 22?
SCP-1351. Object Class Euclid. SCP-1351 is a cave located within the Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky. Interestingly enough, this cave in no way follows the rules of gravity, space, nor time, as the warp tunnel beneath this sanctuary of the Earth's surface wraps around itself to form its own gravitational point.
So there's supposed to be thousands of these, because Siren Head is number 6,789, and the top 22 scariest.
The beginning one is a cave.
It's a cave.
I've had many a nightmare where I'm running through the darkness and there's a cave following me.
Yeah, that'd be terrifying.
SCP-049. Object Class Euclid. SCP-049 is another humanoid character who, in addition to his mask, wears a black hooded robe, replicating that of which worn by plague doctors in 16th century Europe. Further studies reveal that his clothing is actually a part of SCP-049's physical figure, and although it feels like leather, it is actually the same material as its muscle tissue. 049's touch is invariably lethal to humans, causing the victim to suffer and then die. The plague doctor will dissect the body, injecting certain chemicals into the victim. After a period of a few minutes, the victim will resume vital signs and appear to reanimate.
What do you have to say about Plague Doctor SCP?
I mean, at least he's a character this time, not...
Yeah. At least he's animate.
He's not a geology.
He's not a geology?
I mean, at least we
got
got zombies.
Because I'm a terrible YouTuber.
What?
Hello, Mom? Sorta. A wine goblet with ice on it, okay. Yep, no worries.
I'm just gonna cut real quick.
SCP-1382. Object Class Euclid. SCP-1382 is a Red Sea Mark water buoy floating on the surface of Lake Michigan. All air and sea traffic must be redirected away from containment site.
You know what I say to this?
What do you say
I
to
say
this?
buoy to this whole list. A buoy? This is the worst list ever.
Okay, you haven't heard anything else about the buoy yet. It could be...
SOS.
It could be anything, you don't know. By day, it's a buoy. By night, it's the scariest monster you'll ever see.
It's Al Pacino.
Give it a chance.
This mysterious buoy is anchored to a downed airliner lying deep beneath the surface of the water named Flight 441. This derelict aircraft contains the skeletal remains of 56 passengers and crew members who begin to animate, obtaining their natural body temperature of 37.0 degrees Celsius as registered by thermal imaging scanners and assume into the crash position in their seats.
Alright, well...
What does the buoy have to do with that at all? Why didn't he talk about the airline? Why is the buoy the scariest thing?
You might be right.
SCP-002. Object Class Euclid.
Alright, so this was number 2.
This is number 2 invented ever.
Yeah, it's got to be good.
It's the Terminator 2 of the series. It's the Back to the Future 2 of the series.
That was pretty good.
It's the
Shrek 2.
Shrek 2 of the series.
It surely can't be another inanimate object.
Surely
Right.
not.
SCP-002 resembles a tumorous, fleshy growth.
Okay, who decided that the fleshy ball was scarier than the buoy? Or that the buoy was scarier than the cave?
Yeah. However, the ranking is completely messed up. If I had to rank these, Plague Doctor is scariest.
Okay.
Buoy is definitely least scariest.
Yeah.
Fleshy tumor's number 2 and cave's number 3.
Is cave really gonna be... Well, I guess at least a cave you could fall down.
Yeah.
A buoy
It's dark.
is like helpful.
Yeah, buoy helps.
An iron valve hatch on one side leads to its interior, which appears to be a standard low-rent apartment of modest size.
Of modest size, let's not get carried away. I was getting real spooked thinking it was like a 4-bedroom.
Yeah. How much would you pay to live inside this fleshy
a fleshy ball.
Yeah.
Who writes this?
People who
Somebody's
report on
online
the
publish or trying to get this out there. The scariest story they can come up with is I think what you said was the Seinfeld set inside of a meatball.
The interior of the fleshy sphere is decorated like a low-cost rented apartment, with furniture made up from biological matter, such as bone, hair, and more, all of which are from the human body. In addition to this, there is also a window to be found on the interior, though no such breach can be seen when trying to view from the exterior.
Imagine being the real estate agent for that joint. How do you sell that? Don't have to deal with neighbors, I guess.
There's a one-way window.
Everything's made of meat.
Wouldn't that be great? Just
You're
sitting
not
down
gonna
on a
starve.
couch after a long day.
You just take a bite out of your couch.
Oh, God.
SCP-804. Object Class Keter. SCP-804 is said to be the remnants of a sculpture found by a group of artists. Said sculpture consists of a model, transparent globe with a few smaller globes situated around it.
Let's see what this globe can do.
Situated around, whilst the globes swivel on the axis that they were constructed on, and a man-made material within a
I got nothing. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, I don't... If you know what that guy said, put it in the comments.
SCP-2998. Object Class Safe. SCP-2998 is an anomalous radio signal picked up from all quarters of the solar system.
So this whole thing, the SCP stands for Secure, Contain, and Protect, right? So how do you secure, contain,
sound.
and protect a radio frequency? You just
Turn down the volume, I guess.
you put the radio and you set it to the frequency or whatever, and then you just leave it in the vault.
Yeah. We've contained it.
SCP-1875. Object Class Euclid. SCP-1875 is a Victorian-era chess machine consisting of a steel chessboard table, a drive shaft, a stationary steam engine, and a suit of 18th century samurai armor.
It's a lot. Right, let's.
It can't get any weirder.
I mean,
However, the machine itself is powered by a biological system that controls a matrix of 64 electromagnets using an engine created from the combined brain tissue of the twin daughters of a Russian chess prodigy.
And why anything? There's no point. To, when he wrote this, he just kept writing.
yeah.
He just said steam engine, chess, samurai,
Yeah, have I got
dead Russian daughters. I'm not spooked at all.
If you walked in and there was a Victorian era chess,
No.
you wouldn't be scared?
I'd say, are you allowing castling? That's what I'd say.
So, what does it do?
It plays chess.
Does it play chess or is it just a chess set?
I have no idea.
Alright, well, let's continue.
A complete set of 32 pieces carved in the Oriental style from human bone, with each piece affixed to a thin 0.31 centimeter base pad of ferromagnetic iron. Effectively, the whole thing runs on the souls of the two little girls.
Why are they showing us this video, this security camera footage
That's
of a
true.
chessboard? I'm like,
In a
this is supposed to
cage.
engage us.
I imagine it's also in a submarine
Yeah.
5,000 meters below sea.
Can you imagine the security guard just having to watch? Did you see that? They pulled off an illegal move.
Imagine you're just sleeping in bed at night and it's just a chess set with a knife. About to do an illegal move.
We do not fully understand how it works, nor why it works, nor what works within it. Only the premise is understood at this point.
Is the premise even understood?
No, it's
Because-
not. There's no storyline.
We don't know
here.
anything about it. We just know that it's a chessboard and there's stuff in it.
Basically, all the questions you're asking, we are asking as well.
SCP-823. Object Class Euclid. SCP-823 is an abandoned amusement park located in a
I like to think that he just said the most vulgar thing. That wasn't a location.
It is responsible for the deaths of an unfathomably large amount of people, nicknamed Bloody Sunday because of the 231 people dying in the theme park due to the accidents of staff members and customers alike.
And to back your first point up about the radio, how do you contain an entire roller coaster? Why
in a
is it
vault.
gonna escape? What? It's ridiculous.
Just don't write it. Just leave it there.
Just don't write it.
That's it. Or like tighten a few nuts. I don't know.
It's really just shoddy craftsmanship.
Also, 231 people. That's a lot of people to die on a roller coaster before you say, okay, maybe we should stop putting putting people on it.
Yeah. Because they shut down the Tower of Terror if it like rocks a little bit
Yeah.
too much.
It's a windy day.
Yeah, it's like, take it down, take it down.
The majority of these deaths were horrifically violent. Some examples include a mascot found dead of suffocation, a group of people found decapitated on a roller coaster, a couple fused together on a ride, and a mutilated man found in the Hall of Mirrors.
How does a roller coaster suffocate you?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that girl that's in love with a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, that wasn't even like a roller coaster. It was just like a little carnival thing.
I wonder how she would react to this.
The
Maybe
serial
we have a
murder
bit of a-
roller coaster.
A Twilight situation going on.
This is her ex.
Yes.
It isn't stated as to why the red zone cannot be accessed, but it does claim that anyone who attempts to enter will be terminated by sniper fire.
The roller coaster's gonna snipe me?
No,
Is that what's going on?
no, they're saying nobody. The SCPs, the SCP,
Oh,
is
we'll
not
let me
allowing. If you go anywhere near this specific area, they will just snipe you.
Oh, you're gonna go to this area? You might die if you go to that area. Don't go to that. We're gonna shoot you.
You know what? We'll take it over for the roller coaster. You can sit this one out. We'll just.
SCP-1981. Object Class: Safe. SCP-1981, or commonly referred to as Ronald Reagan cut up whilst talking, is a strange, distorted videotape of Ronald Reagan making his evil empire speech.
I don't know a lot about history, so Ronald Reagan just an evil demon overlord emperor guy?
Yeah, that's how we got the that's how we won the vote. He was in league with the devil.
First I'm gonna be an actor, then I'm gonna be president, and then I'm just gonna be an evil lord.
Yeah.
Zeno? Is that what it is?
During the tape,
Wait. Let me guess.
Whoa.
Let me guess what happens during the tape. Is Ronald Reagan
Cut up.
while talking?
Reagan's face seems to fall apart, cuts opening up on his face and eyes becoming bruised.
SCP-1981 is kept inside of a
Is there
secure
anything
video
to say?
storage unit in the media archive of Site.
SCP-342. Object Class: Euclid. SCP-342 normally takes the form of a mass transit ticket for the closest form of mass transportation to its current location. When held by a sentient person for any length of time, it will eventually change form into a transit ticket for a form of transportation that its holder desires to use.
I thought it already was. Wait, what was it before?
I thought it was a transit ticket, and then it was a train ticket. But
And
what's
then
the...
it's a transit ticket.
Look out, guys. Okay. There's this crazy transit ticket. We can't decide. I swear I had a transit ticket on this table right here. The next day, it is replaced with a train ticket.
I think maybe our idea, we came into this thinking that they were all going to be monsters because of Siren Head. But
Yeah.
maybe the Siren Head is the weird one.
Yeah, Siren Head's the odd
Maybe
man out.
all of them are just dumb, inanimate objects, and he's the only one that's alive. Him and Plague
okay.
Doctor.
We're going in, like, looking at this, only knowing about Siren Head, okay? And at that point, we're like, wow, that's dumb. Siren Head's dumb.
We were.
Little did we know.
Yeah, I know. Siren Head was good. Siren Head was great compared to.
Anyone who uses SCP-342 to board a vehicle is unable to exit the vehicle by any means. When the vehicle reaches the end of its route, the one using the ticket will cease to exist in our reality.
This report.
I really liked it better without all this. Less is more when it comes
Yeah.
to number 14.
I wish it was just a train ticket. That's just
I
has
was-
an identity
I was
crisis.
kind of intrigued, but now all this I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
they're
man,
gonna
it's
die.
SCP-610. Object Class: Keter. SCP-610 is a contagious virus that starts out with a small rash, which will then lead to intense itching and skin sensitivity.
I wish it ended right there. Number 12 is a rash.
However, after 3 hours, the skin disease will spread in such a way that skin will begin to scar and cover in blemishes around the chest and arm region. Following this is the life functions ceasing for a full 3 minutes before starting again at a rate of 2 or 3 times the regular activity rate for a standard human being.
Like that wording is weird because okay, you're gonna be dead for 3 minutes, okay, and then your activity rate triples. So am I
I'm
just gonna
saying-
run faster? Or?
Yeah, it's They always go too far. The ticket was intriguing, but then they went too far. Oh, and then you die as soon as you get on the bus.
Yeah.
Now with this one, oh, it's a virus. Yeah, that's kind of spooky. But also, you turn into a zombie.
Yeah, I'm starting to think these aren't as interesting as
I like it when it was a rash.
SCP-122. Object Class: Keter. As strange as it may sound, SCP-122 is a child's nightlight.
Alright.
SCP-513. Object Class: Euclid. SCP-513 is a simple bell.
That's too scary for me.
SCP-035. Object Class: Keter. SCP-035 is a white ceramic comedy mask that will often change its appearance to its binary opposite.
A white ceramic comedy mask that will often.
Oh, it's 4 inches thick. That is quite the
It weighs
mass.
25 pounds.
Oh my god. Could you imagine wearing that and strap it on?
Yeah.
SCP-439. Object Class: Euclid. SCP-439 is an insect of unknown origin that uses the human body as a habitat for its colony.
I'm not excited.
No.
But
It's not a roller coaster.
you're right. It's no bell, but you know. I think this is the best we're gonna get.
Yeah.
The process begins by the queen entering the body via the mouth when the subject is asleep. The insect will crawl down the trachea, creating a nest within the lungs. A few hours after awakening, subjects will complain of an ever-increasing tightness of the chest, followed by a consistent, sharp pain located in the abdomen.
Soon after.
What do you just eat?
He just filmed a hobo on New York.
What do you just pick up off the ground?
He just ate the bug.
Soon after, the victim will begin to suffer from rabid fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva.
Just made that up.
Yeah,
Straight away.
definitely just made that up.
Progressiva? That's how I get my insurance.
A disease which turns muscle tissue into bone. In a matter of 3 days, the subject's skeletal structure will have distorted and stretched in such a way that their body is no longer recognizable as human, taking the shape of a circle and anchoring itself to its current location.
I wonder if there's an apartment and if the little bugs build a fleshy apartment inside of you.
SCP-372. Object Class: Euclid. SCP-372, or more commonly referred to as the Peripheral Jumper, is an abnormally flexible green creature able to flex each part of its body.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
The muscle tissue of the Peripheral Jumper allows for rapid and accurate movements, and using this ability lurks just out of range of human peripheral vision, hence its name. In events of a containment breach, all personnel are told to watch for a green flicker in the corner of their eyes.
That's the clearest known photograph.
Yeah.
That's all we could get? That's disappointing. Because you have it in a cage.
Where is it hiding?
You could just take a picture of
Just
the whole cage.
back up until you see the entire cage.
It's just a frog.
SCP-1048. Object Class: Keter. SCP-1048 is a small teddy bear, approximately 33 centimeters in height.
We got something scary.
I hope so.
Finally.
Through testing, Composition of the subject revealed no unusual qualities that made it discernible from a non-sapient teddy bear.
Maybe we're asking too much.
Yeah.
Maybe we are.
11 million views?
Maybe we're
My
not.
last video got 9 views.
SCP-096. Object Class Euclid. SCP-096 measures roughly 2.5 meters in height, with barely any muscle mass or body hair. Its limbs are completely out of proportion to its body.
What?
They got Seth. They got our editor-in-chief.
He's
He was
in
in episode 1.
episode 1.
They got him.
He'll appreciate it. He definitely doesn't watch anymore. He's
I'll
long
tell him
gone.
to. I'll tell him to.
Spending most of its days pacing the eastern wall of its cell. The only real issue reveals itself when somebody sees its face. From this point onwards, SCP-096 will become severely emotionally distressed, covering its face with its sickly, twisted arms whilst crying, screaming, and even babbling.
They're really digging into Seth here, being really mean to him.
Poor guy. He's timid.
It will then take it upon itself to seek out whomever was to view its face, attempting to charge towards them at speeds of 35 kilometers per hour and even higher. Will have a constant, yet logically impossible sense of where the victim is at all times. Whenever 096 actually reaches the person, it will proceed to kill them and somehow leave no traces of the victim's biological matter.
I know how to solve this. We just gave him the mask from before,
Oh, yeah.
and then we have 2 what used to be Keter class,
Yeah.
very murderous things, now living as our editor-in-chief.
SCP-173. Object Class Euclid. Probably one of the most popular SCP monsters, SCP-173 is a humanoid statue made from concrete and other rock material.
Look at his little butt. Poor guy.
With discoloration in the face region. As innocent as the object class makes this monster sound, the capabilities of this statue are unfathomable. Looking away for a split second, even when blinking, will mean that this statue is free to move.
It's stolen from the Doctor Who.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Maybe Doctor Who stole it from this? Maybe they stole it from King Boo.
The brown substance on the floors of the room seem to be a combination of feces and blood, and is usually noticed several days into the week. Origin of these materials is unknown.
He's got a bloody stool.
So is it his poop?
I don't know. He's got digestive issues.
He's just got a...
You're gonna out him for his digestive issues?
Jeez.
SCP-106. Object Class Keter. SCP-106 appears to be an elderly humanoid figure, heavily decomposed. One of the creepiest aspects of this SCP is that its behavior is completely unpredictable and can remain motionless for days before attacking. It is proven that this SCP can actually walk through solid matter, such as walls, and is believed to travel into its pocket dimension that it uses as a lair for prey.
Okay, so yeah, okay.
This one's pretty standard.
He's cool.
As for attacking, it assaults major organs and arteries to completely disable the victims before transporting them to the pocket dimension. SCP-106 is to be contained in a sealed container.
They killed
Why would
somebody
they
and dropped
do
it in
that?
there.
Who's the real enemy?
Yeah, who's the real monster?
Comprised of lead-lined steel. The container will be sealed within 40 layers of identical material, each layer separated by no less in 36 centimeters of empty space, SCP-106 appears to go through long periods of dormancy, in which it will remain completely motionless for up to 3 months. The cause for this is unknown. However, it has been known that this appears to be used as a lulling tactic.
Alright, well that guy was cool. He was cool.
So we're getting to the number 1. That was the number 2 scary. So this is number 1. This is the scariest thing
This
they
is
can
gonna be
offer.
This is it.
SCP-087. Object Class Euclid. SCP-087 is an unlit platform staircase.
I hate this video. It is a staircase?
It's a staircase. Don't tell me, does it not have railings on it or something?
It's not up to code.
It's not up to code.
Lighting sources brighter than 75 watts have shown to be ineffective, as SCP-087 seems to absorb excess light. The depth of descent calculated from Exploration 4 is shown to be far beyond both the possible structure of both the building and geological surroundings. At this time, it is unknown if SCP-087 is an endpoint. Within this chamber of stairs, the sound of a pleading child can be heard, but the source cannot be found. All SCP personnel who conducted a search within SCP-087 encountered another figure identified as SCP-0871. Video recorded explorations witnessed a pale face with no pupils, nostrils, or a visible mouth. Although it has been determined that SCP-0871 is not the source of the aforementioned crying.
871. Video recorded explorations witnessed a...
There's 2?
Okay, but wait, so he's found in the staircase, right? This 087?
Yeah.
So, why
Talk
make
about
it,
the staircase.
Yeah, why talk about the staircase?
Why is this staircase scary? It's like the buoy. Who cares about the buoy?
It's like finding Bigfoot and then talking about the trees nearby.
Yeah, we actually found a new species of oak.
He showed it to us.
Yeah.
Those faces with SCP-0871 suffer from extreme paranoia and nausea, and in some cases, personnel have fallen unconscious in their blind panic and are never rescued. The nature of SCP-0871 is entirely unclear.
They're not giving us anything. They're not. How is this one the scariest? It's a flight of stairs with the mask.
Number 2 had this beat 100 times over.
Seth beat this one.
Seth beat him,
Yeah.
for Pete's sake.
And I golf with him.
Several members of the campus reported knocking at a variable rate of 1 to 2 seconds, coming from the interior of SCP-087. Ever since, heavy maintenance was performed on the door leading to SCP-087. All the reported knockings have ceased.
How does this make number 1? That's the thing that keeps this guy awake at night.
Stairs.
Yeah. He's not. He's awake, sweating in his bed.
It's not handicap friendly. How's a wheelchair gonna get up there?
There's no ramp. Please say there's more. There's gotta be more.
That's it.
Credits.
We'll see ya.